Justice. Most people believe in justice because it's the moral thing to feel. Catching the bad guy always makes people happy and safe because it's scary to have dangerous people among us roaming around the street. Finding justice by detaining the bad guy is what our system achieves and makes it their goal. But what if catching the bad guy ends up being catching the wrong guy? Will it still feel like justice? The Innocence Project is an organization that is also considered a social justice group because their goal, as stated on their site, is to exonerate the innocent through DNA testing and reform the criminal justice system to prevent future injustice. In other words, their goal is to help free wrongfully convicted people to get out of prison, but finding DNA evidence to prove they are innocent and help to fix this from continuing to happen. I'm sure many of us want to live in safe communities, safe and sound from danger, but what if we continue to put people in prison without the right amount of evidence? The Innocence Project has many cases of people being wrongfully convicted and even have set many people free because of New Yorker ways of finding the true criminals. Many people's lives have been lost because of the many years they have spent in prison, and the Innocent Project has recuperated many of them for who they have helped. Helping this organization can help people's lives being saved and improve our criminal justice system. Today I will talk about two different stories of real life cases. The first I will show a case where a person was wrongfully convicted because of eyewitness testimony, and the second will be because of a false confession. The last thing I will talk about is different ways we can be involved and help the Innocence Project. Witnessing a crime is a horrible feeling, whether it would be robbery or murder. It is never pleased, and one thing that is always said is to keep an eye for the perpetrator's face. And one issue with this is, what if the face that you imagine isn't the right one? Robert Clark, this man here, is the name of a man that was thrown in jail because of misidentification. The victim was raped, and that's definitely hard to say, but she experienced very terrible things, and her car was stolen. So a coincidence, Robert Clark was driving that car and tried to contact him. It was later found out that Robert Clark got the car from one of his friends. If we heard this, we would just assume this is our guy because he has the car of the victim. But as I said before, he got it from a friend named Tony Arnold. And an issue with this was when they took the victim into showed photos of every perpetrator, Robert Clark's was the one that was shown the most. And there was a big issue because as soon as she saw him in person, because of the lineup, she automatically thought that he was the main perpetrator. And then sadly he was gone to jail, but eventually, because of the Innocence Project, by DNA testing on the rape kit, they found evidence that he was not the assailant, and if not, it was his friend that he got the car from. False identification is a serious issue, and the Innocence Project has tackled many cases and it has helped many people with their DNA testing. There was even a case where not one, but two people were convicted for just working at the right place and at the wrong time. A lady was found in a garage dead, and there was one major thing in the crime scene, a Domino's hat. The first stop for the police was to look for information for people around the neighborhood. This is where they found Kevin Bailey and Corey Batchelor. These two men right here. The two men confessed that they were the ones and were put on trial separately. The main issue with this case was when the kids were interrogated, or young adults at the time. The Innocence Project stated that Batchelor was interrogated for more than 24 hours by police officers at the Area 2 headquarters, where he was choked, kicked, and slammed against the walls by detectives. The two men were tortured and eventually admitted to the murder, but only because they could not handle any more of the torture. Eventually, it was known through DNA testing by the Innocence Project that they found a strand of hair on the Domino's hat, which helped clear their case because it had neither of their DNA on it. Now we're all thinking, well, what I could do to help. Well, the first thing we could do is donate. Donate to the Innocence Project. It would help them very much, and it would help free all these people that were wrongfully convicted. The second thing would be to raise awareness as to spread the word and show people the social justice group is helping save lives. They even have a Netflix shows and have stories of some of their cases that have been exonerated. And as we see in these two stories and in the video in the episodes, it would show that they are really helping people that need. With this type of social groups, we just need more exposure, and that will help them a lot. As we have seen, the Innocence Project is a great organization to help the wrongly accused and to improve situation from this to happen again. They can also help rebuild the criminal justice system with more evidence, specifically towards DNA, since it's more concrete. Having misidentification can ruin a person's life through our police system. These events should not have happened, and this organization would help improve this system. Getting these events known are important, as even right now, till this day, there have been events of police brutality of people being mistreated and wrongfully detained. And if we had to stick to this, many people would be put in jail. The Innocence Project can help us out by helping our social system grow and be right. True justice.